नमस्कार, मैं हूं आपके साथ प्रिया। आप देख रहे हैं TTN 24 न्यूज। आज की खबरों की शुरुआत कुछ बड़ी खबरों के साथ। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की मन की बात में 126वें एपिसोड में भगत सिंह और लता मंगेशकर को उनकी जयंती पर श्रद्धांजलि दी। उन्होंने कहा, भगत सिंह आज भी युवाओं को प्रेरित करते हैं। उन्होंने भारतीय नौसेना की 2 महिला अधिकारियों की समुद्री यात्रा का जिक्र किया और उन्होंने नारी शक्ति को सराहा। पीएम ने छठ पर्व को यूनेस्को की सांस्कृतिक धरोहर में शामिल कराने के प्रयास की जानकारी दी और गांधी जयंती पर खादी अपनाने की अपील करते हुए वोकल फॉर लोकल के बढ़ावा देने को कहा।
Today, it is becoming a global festival. Friends, I am very happy to share with you that the government of India is also engaged in a major effort regarding Chhath Puja. The government to get the great festival of Chhath included in UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage list, that is UNESCO's list of cultural heritage, and is making efforts to get included in the list. When Chhath Puja is included in the UNESCO list, people in every corner of the world will be able to experience its grandeur and divinity. Friends, some time ago, due to similar efforts by the Government of India, Durga Puja of Kolkata also became a part of this UNESCO list. When we give such global recognition to our cultural events, the world will also get to know about them, understand them, and will come forward to participate in them. Friends, the 2nd of October is Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi ji always emphasized adopting Swadeshi, and among these, Khadi was the most prominent. Unfortunately, after independence, the charm of Khadi was gradually fading. But in the last 11 years, the attraction of the people, the country towards Khadi has increased a lot. A sharp increase in the sales of Khadi has been seen in the last few years. I urge all of you to definitely buy some Khadi product or the other on the 2nd of October. Proudly say, this is Swadeshi. Also share it on social media with vocal for local. Friends, just like Khadi, a lot of change is also being seen in our handloom and handicraft sector. Today, many such examples are emerging in our country, which show us that if tradition and innovation are combined, wonderful results can be achieved. For instance, there is an example of Yaj Naturals from Tamil Nadu. Here, Ashok Jagdishan and Prem Selvaraj left their corporate jobs and started a new initiative. They made yoga mats from grass and banana fiber, dyed clothes with herbal colors, and provided employment to 200 families by training them. Prem Selvaraj Sahuji from Jharkhand has taken tribal weaving and apparel to the global ramp through the Johargram brand. Due to his efforts, people from other countries have also started to learn about the cultural heritage of Jharkhand today. Sweetie Kumari from Madhubani district in Bihar has also started Sankop creation. She has made Mithila painting a means of livelihood for women. Today, more than 500 rural women are associated with her and are on the path to self-reliance. All these success stories teach us how many sources of income are hidden in our traditions. If the intention is firm, success cannot stay away from us. My dear countrymen, in the next few days, we are going to celebrate Vijayadashmi. This time Vijayadashmi is very special for another reason. On this very day, the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh completes 100 years of its establishment. This journey of a century is as wonderful and unprecedented as it is inspiring. It's 100 years ago, when the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh was established, the country was bound in the chains of slavery for centuries. This slavery of centuries had deeply wounded our self-respect and self-confidence. An identity crisis was being created for the world's most ancient civilization. The countrymen had started falling victim to an inferiority complex. Therefore, along with the country's freedom, it was also important for the country to be free from ideological slavery. In such a situation, the most revered Dr. Hedgewarji started deliberating on this subject, and then for this monumental task. In 1925, on the auspicious occasion of Vijayadashmi, he established the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. After Dr. Sahab's passing, the most revered Guruji carried forward this great yajna of service to the nation. The most revered Guruji used to say, Rashtray Swaha, idam Rashtray, idam namama, meaning, this is not mine, it belongs to the nation. It inspires one to rise above self-interest and have a sense of dedication to the nation. This sentence by Guruji Golwalkar ji has shown the path of sacrifice and service to lakhs of Swayamsevaks. The spirit of sacrifice and service and the lesson of discipline. This is the true strength of the Sangha. Today, for 100 years, the RSS has been engaged in the work of serving the nation without getting tired, without stopping. That is why we see, wherever a natural disaster strikes in the country, the Swayamsevaks of the RSS are the first to reach there. In every deed and every effort, in the lives of lakhs and lakhs of Swayamsevaks, this spirit of Rashtra Pratham, nation first, always remains paramount. I offer my best wishes to every Swayamsevak who is dedicating themselves to this great yajna of national service. My dear countrymen, next month, on the 7th of October, is Maharshi Valmiki Jayanti. We all know what a great pillar of Indian culture Maharshi Valmiki is. It was Maharshi Valmiki who introduced us in such great detail to the incarnation stories of Lord Ram. He gave humanity a wonderful scripture like the Ramayana. Friends, this impact of the Ramayana is due to the ideals and values of Lord Ram embodied in it. Lord Ram embraced everyone with service, harmony, and kindness. That is why we see that the Ram of Maharshi Valmiki's Ramayana is complete only with Mata Shabri and Nishad Raj. That is why, friends, when the Ram Mandir was built in Ayodhya, temples for Nishad Raj and Maharshi Valmiki were also built alongside it.